Hi guys, welcome to the podcast sponsored by Corner. I'm here with Liam Grandin, aka Imperium.lg.
That's the one.
Thanks for coming on it, bro.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it, bro. So, how have things been?
Things have been good, been picking up, getting busy,
I know it's that on your Instagram.
Yes.
Non-stop though, it actually is non-stop.
Non-stop, it has to be 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning till...
Is that what time you have to go up for it?
That's what time I have to be in the gym most days until 10 at night, but it's sometimes 10 at night. But it's rewarding in that sense.
What are the clients there at 6 in the morning?
Yeah, some of them, you think about it, before they go to work, some of them struggle to make the evening sessions, some of them after work.
Yeah.
Again.
I see the progress ones that you post as well.
Yeah.
When it's there and after.
Uh-huh.
That's mad. Some of the people that you've done are mad.
That's their hard work. Like as a personal trainer, you gotta give them energy, but you also have to tailor everything to them. You have to be kind of specific in what you do for them. But you have to use your knowledge and research when you don't know things, and it is down to them ultimately to make it into the gym, to give their energy and to get the goals they want. And you can't really have any excuses in that sense as well.
Is there people that you just can't help?
Yes, that there are people that you can't.
Is that down
help.
to them or you?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Them in terms of, I mean, it's their goals. They have to put in the effort. Like outside of the gym is where a lot of like eating rubbish. You know. What would be the, how do I put this? What would be like the worst thing you can do eating rubbish wise? Is it consistently eating rubbish? Yeah.
Or just eating it once?
No. You hit it on the head the first time. Consistently eating rubbish. You know yourself. So after you've done your sparring or boxing here, you go home and eat rubbish. Whereas if you go on and eat healthy, you actually feel the benefits. Next day, your progress is better. Your training routine is better the next day. Everything. The healthier you eat, the better you get. That's not to say you can never eat rubbish or unhealthy foods, because you can in things like calorie deficit. I'm sure we may get into that later. But in a sense, there's a reason athletes are athletes, and you have these chefs cooking for them, and they are how they are.
I feel like that's half the battle. It took me literally. You've known me for ages and playing football and stuff like that, and I've been boxing for years. It took me till just after lockdown to think, let me just try this calorie deficit. And I tried it and I was like, it's fairly easy, because I was using Lose It, just scanning the barcodes. And when you actually look at what's in it, I was like, what? I was like, I'm actually consuming near enough like 3,000 calories a day.
Exactly, man.
And I didn't even know.
I know, and it's also what's in that 3,000 calories. Again, whether it's healthy for 3,000 calories or unhealthy, you're still gonna have the same amount of calories that's inside you. But I guarantee this one, the healthy ones in the long run, are gonna be a lot more beneficial for you than the pizzas and burgers and all of this stuff. And
you put me on to, I don't know if it's whether I've just wrote it down in my head, nuts.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm hungry, I just take
nuts, man, because it's calorie dense.
Yeah.
And they're healthy. They have healthy options.
I could murder a full bag of crisps, bro.
Go and do it, man. You've earned it today.
Like, bro, do you know what though? Like, I'm not even joking. Like, people say when I finish my camp, my boxing coach goes, Rafe, you're not going to put a stone on in a day. And I'm like, listen, I'll put a stone on in a day.
You know you.
This is the thing. Like, I can eat, sit in my bed, watch a film, wait till the tiniest bit of room is made by me digesting, and then just shovel something else.
It's crazy, you know, because I'm the complete opposite. I don't really put on a thing.
Do you not? Is that because of just like, is that you training? That's another thing. Is that you training your metabolism, or is you just born like that?
So, yes, it is. Over time, I've been like into the gym for like 10 years now, and then before that football, so I've always been doing something. So my metabolism is very high, and another thing as well, the more muscle mass you have on your body, the more calories you burn, because you need that. So that's another reason why my metabolism is fast. So yeah, you do train it in that sense. For me, it'd be a case of eating more if I wanted to grow. I'm happy with the way I am.
I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, this is just me being like ignorant to like just weights in general. I have to see like a picture from then to now to actually say, oh right, yeah, I see the difference.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't look at someone's muscle and think, yeah, you can definitely see the difference.
Yeah.
The pump or whatever. I just don't have that knowledge. Especially when I see you from when you bulk to when you shred.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because there's times when I've shown you on my phone and you go, wow, look at my arms there. And I'm like, what
The
about
best one was when I was actually in this gym, and I was doing this. Got that picture up somewhere, and it's in the gym as well on one of the posters. But
Bro, is that like your worst one as well, where you think, God, I wish they would have got someone else?
you don't want to. That's got me so many people. I got a box camp that I do now in the gym.
Seeing that
again, that everything I put into that is what I learned when I was boxing with Marvin here. I got taught so much, and I've used it to my benefit. Again. Appreciation for this gym, especially with my fight as well, because if it wasn't for this gym I probably wouldn't have had my fight or won my fight.
That was an interesting fight. That was an interesting night. That's
it was, man.
Because you know where it is, I'm so used to them unlicensed fights now, where I mean I really want to go amateur, I'm ready to go amateur, and I'm so used to them unlicensed fights now where it's like when we went to your show and I was suited and booted, I was a bit jealous. I was like, oh my God. It was sick. When you walked out though, bro, I was like, this is sick.
It's unreal. And the feeling you get. They say they try and make it professional for you.
And they have. I think in all fairness, Liam, that looked as professional as you're going to get. In bowlers. Oh, it was meant, I thought you shorts as well. But it was. How much did they cost you? Did you get them off Susie One?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I don't even need to ask you the price of how much they were.
You don't.
But they're in every pocket. Every pocket. That's another thing with the boxing. It's not cheap, is it? Like football, we could literally go for 20 quid. Was 20 quid to Sports Direct and get like a good football rig out.
No, it's not. And for what you put your body through and going in the ring as well, you know, like you have to have something in here to be able to do that. And get punched in the face. But,
bro, it's how I feel about my boxing gloves is how I feel about my Crocs.
In what sense?
It's like, because with Crocs, right? So with these, they've got like a bit of a suede. So you can half sort of get away with, well, in certain circumstances, you can get away with suede. But once you scuff a Croc, that is it.
Yeah.
There is no scrubbing, there's no like moving the fluff on the suede. It's scuffed. It's scuffed. With the boxing gloves, once it's scuffed, it's done. It's scuffed. And you can't be careful with boxing gloves. Do you know what I mean? They've got to rip the bag really, really hard, or they've got to rip somebody's face on the shoulder really, really hard.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But no, the prices on some of them, like, they're not cheap. And I think they should be though, because you know, you
get levels, don't you? Your standards.
Yeah, defo. But some of them are like the pro ones. You can feel the difference when you put them on. Like, oh, this is
even the shoes.
You like a feet. I have really heavy feet, so I need a trainer.
Yeah.
I can't have a. You literally get. I don't know if you've seen them Adidas ones.
Yeah.
Just black, white. It's a sock.
Yeah.
I need a thick sole. You can get different ones because I'm just so heavy footed when I'm sparring. And again, the price of them. I went to KO Twins. Shout out to them, and they've got, like, in my opinion, the best gear I've seen in Manchester.
Besides corner.
And they've just got like top level gear, but the price is like unreal. Really nice gear, and it's like, but the price is just next level. It's an holiday savings that you throw that you're putting into a gym. And it's alright when you're pro and you've got sponsors. It's sweet. Or when you're an amateur and you've got sponsors. When you've not got sponsors,
exactly.
You with the back levels. That's why in the amateurs they give you gloves. I mean, obviously there's other reasons, like, you know, they know that they've been checked and stuff like that. But amateur gloves 10 times different from pro gloves.
Yeah, you feel the difference.
Oh, bro, have you ever worn amateur gloves?
In that fight.
Was the amateur gloves? Yeah. Because Andrew was in the white, the blue with the blue ones. Yeah. They are sick, but they've got. Did yours have the white?
I can't remember from the top of my head.
Yeah, that's. They normally have that white ring on, but yeah, they're longer as well.
Yeah,
they're very long and they're weird. But yeah, too expensive, bro. Too expensive. Not when we've played football for how long. And it's not that, bro. Boots last. You get. What's the longest you've had a pair of football boots last year?
These ones, like 5 years.
I'm rocking your ones right
I know you are.
I'm rocking yours.
Needed them today.
What ones did you use?
Mitchell's.
Oh
Massive.
My God.
Massive.
That was funny. Did you be in work today?
Not today yet. No, Sunday. Day of rest. But Monday to Sunday, Saturday. Sorry. Yes. it is what it is.
What do you do for holidays?
Everyone's grafting. At holidays,
I'll just that work for your clients when you say to them,
hopefully, you. To be honest with you, because it's every so often, they could use that 2 week or 1 week break as like a rest.
Yeah.
Because again, ever since I picked up boxing, my workouts have got a lot more better, a lot more intense.
Has it?
So a rest for them. Even for myself, I mean, I got a fractured rib not long ago when I was supposed to fight. This is like 3 weeks.
When I recovered.
Yeah, I recovered from it like 3 weeks ago. But yeah, that happened to my rib, and even though I had 5 weeks away from doing nothing, I came back. My body like developed into what it would if I was resting anyway. You're still eating good. Your recovery is a lot better just from resting. And yeah, I came back a little bit fitter, a little bit stronger. Even though I had that amount of time out and I didn't want it, sometimes you need it.
Yeah. It's. I'm like, you know what, Liam? I'm going through a thing right now where food is it's my enemy, but it's helping me. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just. As soon as I started, I bought this 2.2 litre of water, and I was like, right, I'm gonna drink this. And my dad always said, if you're hungry, have a gulp of water, a good few gulps of water. If you're still hungry after that, you are actually hungry. Mm-hmm. Is that right? It may be you're still filling your stomach up, so I can't see it being wrong. Yeah. And it was like, when I had it, it was like, I was like, oh yeah, but then there's times when I'm like, oh, I'm still really...
You know, sometimes, like, when you go out for food or whatever, right, you finish your main, right, and you know you're full, but then you think of a dessert, and it's more of a craving. Yeah. Because you'll want to eat the dessert, but you won't eat the piece of broccoli that's left there.
Yeah.
That's obviously me just saying broccoli, but yeah, like it's crazy the way it works. It's more cravings that we tend to not control as well. But we're all preachers of it. It always happens. It just is what it is.
Have you got any guilty pleasures food-wise that you think?
I do. Yeah. Ice cream, cheesecake.
Are you a cheesecake type? Are you not like savoury? Is that not?
Yeah, I do. But yeah, more ice cream. Even this weather, ice cream.
I'd milk and ice cream. Depends what ice cream.
Protein ice cream.
Are you being serious?
No,
I was going to say.
I'm joking.
That was mental, bro. When I finish a camp, there's a place in Llandudno at the end of it. It's the only place I can find Kelly's ice cream. I don't like Whippy's. I think Whippy's powdered, quick-made ice cream's crap. Do you remember when Sen stopped coming around? Yeah. And then Mr. Whippy started coming around? Yeah. I just stopped coming out.
Never seen, was it?
I was like, why are you coming here giving us this crap? I wanted Kelly's. And bro, you could get like, I like this. There was brownie, fudge or toffee. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. I'm not even talking about that because it's just like, I'm just going to go and order a big crate of it when I get home. It's terrible. No, but I have been finding a bit more of like a better relationship with food.
Mm-hmm. You will do as time goes on. It's just consistency, time, and commitment. That's all it is with anything, really.
I remember that when you put that picture up of how skinny he was. Because I used to think you were well built anyway.
It's crazy. I
used to think you were pretty big anyway.
But we was young then.
Not
big, just I was looking back at it, I was skinny.
I always thought Daz was bigger than you. Same. And I thought, wow, that is mental. That is honestly mental. The way you just blew out, and I was like, what has gone on? What am I doing?
You'd be able to get that way, but you prefer the more technical, the more like fluid side of things rather than weights.
Yeah.
Whereas I love hammering the weights.
So how you got into the weights?
It is Aaron.
Oh my God, he's a monster as well.
He is.
He's a big guy, Aaron. Is that how was that the same way how you started boxing? How you started weights with boxing? Is that how boxing started?
Pretty much. But in fact. So there's loads of us that were supposed to do the white collar boxing fight, and in the gym everyone was supposed to sign up. I signed up, no one else did. So I was like, well, cheers guys.
In the sticks.
Nice one. Yeah. And to be honest, it turned out to be one of the best things I ever did.
Yeah. You know what it was? I thought when you first got into it, I didn't know how you was gonna. When Mitch told me, it was Mitch that told me, and he went, "Yo, Liam, he's heard about Liam's fight," and I thought a street fight. I thought, why is he going to a bit of a fight? A bit of a row or something. He went, no, he's signed up for the white collar. I went, oh, buzzing. And I think I just had my first unlicensed as you got into that. I was like, right, that's mad that. So, and I was speaking to you about it, and then you were training with Denton. Denton's next level with it as well. Denton knows us. It's Steve May that was telling me about Denton. So I thought, yeah, must be pretty serious. And Marvin's great as well with his stuff.
Both unreal.
Therefore, I thought the thing with you, I think it's weird with you because you're already fit. Like
you say that, but you can't be boxing fit.
No, it's a different fitness.
I was football fit. I was like fit for being in the gym and sprints and all of that. But when you're in the ring, it's completely different. You've got the mentality to keep going. That's what I mean. Yeah,
like,
that's
it's
what
the keeping going factor. Yeah. Because I remember a kid that walked into the gym that I was at in Newton Heath, and he was so tired. Every time we sparred, he'd drop to his knees. And it was like, wow. And as time got on, it's all a mind thing. It genuinely is a mind thing.
Mind over mouth.
If you mentally drain your body of energy, and I don't know why people do it, but you do. I did it in my last fight. I was so drained that I was flicking out my jabs and they weren't strong enough. They just weren't strong enough.
It happens, especially one thing that I learned from looking back at videos, or even professional fights, when it looks to you like that. If you're a novice to it, it looks to you like they're hitting for just throwing for throwing's sake. But then when you understand that they're hitting here and here and they're tiring everywhere, so when they try to punch back, they can't really do it. It's crazy.
I find it mad when you listen to some game plans after the fight and they feel, we were going to do this, and as you watch the fight go on, you're like, oh my god, that's actually how that fight went. You think that's crazy. This is why I think
chess, literally, isn't it?
It's a game of chess. It's a game of chess. The fight for me is going to sound that arrogant, but if you'll understand what I mean, the fight for me is the easy bit. It's the training.
Yeah.
It's hard to, because people say all the time, sparring should be, you got hammered in that spar. I personally don't think you're meant to do good in any spar that you do.
You've always got to learn.
You've got to be against someone bigger, someone quicker.
That's what made the difference in mine, having you guys.
That's how it's got to be. That's how it's got. You get these.
Yeah. No matter how good I felt like I was getting, I was always humbled.
Yeah. But the way you fought in that last fight, bro, it was like
unreal. That's literally watching videos back, listening to Marvin here, listening to you guys, everything I've been through with Denton. Literally on the last night before the fight, I listened to absolutely everything he had to say being in the ring. And he came to see me just before I was about to go out. I was like, jab, stop, do this, do that. And then I was like, okay. As I was walking out, all the training came into play because I heard someone say, he's shredded in. And from then I thought,
he's shredded, he's ready to go.
Let's do this.
You have a good, when you stick the jab out, you have a good jab as well.
I appreciate it.
You have a good jab.
It's just annoying that became my only weapon to a certain degree until I ended up.
It's literally, bro, I'm telling you now, my dad always said to me and my dad, footwork's 80% of it and your jab's the 20%. The right hand's just an extra bonus if it lands. Do you know what I mean? Like literally there's fighters that don't even need to throw. In amateurs, there is right hands, don't get me wrong, but in amateurs I don't even know how they do it. You must get like a burning feeling in your shoulder because it's just jab, in, out, jab. It's constant. And I think for an amateur to come up and do that for 12 rounds, from going from a 4-3 round fight,
that's crazy then. 12 rounds, straight away 12 rounds.
Just straight going in. Well, I think sometimes, I don't know how it works, because I watched, whose undercard was it? It was Chris Eubanks Jr. and that, I think his name was Liam, some at the Scouts lad. That there was fighters on that were like 8-round fights. I don't know how that managed to happen. But it was a load of journeymen on it as well, so maybe that's why. But that's another thing, in your first white collar fight, you weren't a journeyman.
It wasn't, was it?
It was literally a 50-50. And it's rare that happens, to be fair. Because it's mostly like you get a nice journeyman that you think. First time I thought he was the guy I thought was a journeyman, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's gonna be a killer. He's going to be an absolute monster. And I was heavyweight at the time.
Jeez.
So
what are you now?
I think I'm either light. I'm light heavyweight, 13 stone. So it's light heavyweight. I think that's 87 kg. Yeah. So I think that's 86 kg. So I think that's light heavyweight. Because if you're not a born heavyweight,
you won't stick it.
Get out of the heavyweights. It's hard. It's hard.
I can imagine. I bet you moved.
That's what I had. I had the movement down, but I'm trying to move like a middleweight with an heavyweight's weight, and it's difficult to do. Like now, I've been going on a lot more runs, and I was watching a thing of David Goggins the other day. He said if you can't I'm not asking you to do what I do. I just want you to do something that you don't want to do a day. So I thought, let me just run. I am a good runner, but I feel like let me just run. And I ran from my house to the gym to this gym today. And I've done that every Sunday for the past 3 weeks. And I do it, and I'd go for another run. It's about 2 mile long from mine round Failsworth and back to mine. And I feel the difference.
You do, man.
I feel the difference.
The best difference is, regardless of the shape it gets you in, is your mindset. From saying to yourself, I really can't be bothered doing this, and then you go and push yourself to do it. No matter how long it is, you come back and you feel like, yes, mindset's better, endorphins kicking in.
Yeah, them endorphins. You see me do the ice bath, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm challenging it. This is another thing that if anyone watches the podcast, so obviously within the group of friends, Harley's done it. Harley's was funny. I'll show you Harley's after this. It was funny. I want to do an ice bath for everyone and see how long you can last in it.
Not long, mate. As soon as I dip my foot in.
Are you not? When were you born?
January.
So
I was 2 months premature though, so let's not class that.
But you're a Winters baby.
Yeah, you
it's
say
still
that.
classed as a Winters baby.
I'm still quite a Jamaican.
That is sick,
yeah.
Bro. I got my mate Curtis that gets in it. He's very like, whereas I'm very like when I get in the ice bath. Boom, boom, boom.
You just relax.
And then I will relax, but I need to psych myself up. I need to, boom. And then I ask for Curtis is very, don't chat to me. You know Curtis, don't chat to me.
Don't chat to me.
And he gets in, he goes, bro, and he's sick. He's sick. Harley got in it the other day and was just like, my hands are hurting. Curtis was looking, he was like, I've never felt this pain before. And
it's horrible. Everything goes numb.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I jumped off a lake. We went to Ingleton camping, and then these guys were jumping off this, rocking wetsuits. I thought, bitches, what you do? You need wetsuits. I was like, get me on here. Took my trainers off, got on as soon as I jumped in. I thought, oh right, I knew I was gonna die. I said, I actually thought in my head, I knew like I was always destined to see heaven early. And as I got up, my face was just red. My body was just red to not sore. It was sore, not to touch, but it was just cold.
Yeah.
Like I was just
frostbite.
I felt like my skin was tightening around me.
Nasty.
It was terrible. But then as I got out, you're like, whoa, I'm full of it. I'm full of
That's
it.
It's like having a cold shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, similar to the bath. Once you're done, like there's so many benefits from it.
Oh, it's mega.
And it's good for you.
Yeah, it's mega.
Oh Jesus, you have to be in it.
I don't know how people get. When I watch that David Goggins, I think, oh my God, he's like a psychopath. Like if you tell him right now in a pair of jeans, I don't think you can run 7k in Senji. You just go, yeah, all right, sweet, and he's done it. Just because you've said no, the prime reason that you said no. Then when he's on a podcast saying that cold water, hardest thing I've ever done. I'm like, oh my God, I will have to try this. And my cousin bought me, you've seen it, the Lumi thing. And I got up on one January, I think it was the 23rd of January, it was iced over. I got a little ammo, I think it was a spoon, and then just started tapping it. I didn't want to break the ice thick, so I tapped it and made it all like little pieces, and I got in it, and it was about 6 in the morning, and it was just I'd rather have my heart broke. to get in that at 6 in the morning. But if you can get in that every day for a year at 6 in the morning, there's not much you can't do. I don't
exactly think. Like going back to mindset. Like you just become more determined, more like untouchable in that sense.
You feel accomplished.
You do, and there's a lot that comes with it, confidence. And I just wanted to say on that as well, because you touched on like David Goggins. You see his before and after. And
mental.
And same with mine. You mentioned my before and after with some of my clients or myself recently. But there's more to it than that. Like a lot of people will see minor benefits in terms of body fat or body weight to begin with in the first 2-3 first month or whatever. But then they've gone from planking from 10 seconds to be able to do it for a minute, being able to do push-ups, one pull-up, and there's like so much that happens within 3 months of the gym or 1 month of the gym than just how you look. It's time and consistency like you. This is the best shape I've ever seen you in.
I watched someone say the other day, was it Denzel Washington? I think it was consistency will bring back your motivation.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's sometimes when I'm just thinking, again, but then the next, it's always when I think, the day after, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was the day. It's like when I say, I don't want to do it today, Liam, I don't want to do it today. That's the day when, if I kept digging, I'd find diamonds. And I was about to turn around and
You seen that picture where this...
Where the guy... that's the one I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. It was like the day... I was a bit nervous when you said to me... I said, it's the gym that we were using in Ankle.
Yeah.
I went, he's not got the key and he's not woke up. I thought I brought Liam here for that. And I said to Liam, I said to you, bro, I'm sorry. And you went, you know what? One of my friends is having at a gym that's having an opening day. Why don't you come down?
Oh yeah, so what's the opening day now? So I'll come back.
That's what I said, and I was like, I don't really know. I was like, you know what?
And now you've not looked back.
And now I've not looked back. That was the day I thought, I need to start saying no. I need to start saying no because I used to eat if I was comfortable, and it's all that comfortable. It's a toxic thing, comfortable. It's really toxic.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's like when being introduced to the like corner team and the tech especially.
Yeah, no quality.
All my mates think now when I say to him, I show him that picture of me and you. They go, right, bro, you're up. You've done it. You're modelling. You and Liam are modelling. I'm like, nah, it wasn't like that. Yeah. It was just one of them. But would we use the tech that day?
We did.
It was next level.
We used it, and I have to say that I actually threw more punches than you as well.
Did you throw more punches?
I threw more punches, yeah. Wherever they landed on.
I was just gonna say that. Do you know what? I'm scared. I hate fighting guys that I know. It sounds really like mad ass this, but when you know they hit hard. Like, have you ever been hit in the chin where it's like, I think Dutch hit you once, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Dazed me right there.
And Ash hit me. Who was it? Was it Ash? Ash hit me in the face with one of the hardest digs I've ever been hit with. And I remember my head shaking. And every time, I've been hit 3 times, not 3 times at all. I've been hit 3 times very accurately. Yeah. Right on the dot. Chin went that way, head stayed in the middle. And my head went, right, this is it now if you want a box. Every time I say the same thing, I went, this is it now if you want a box. This is the moment. You can drop to your knee or you can stay up. And I go, right, okay. And I find myself, I don't throw any punches back, but I'm like, I can find myself, I can sort of get on with it. And then I'll know when I got it because there was a massive gap where the tech said, by the way, he didn't throw no punches. The tech said like that halfway through that round, and it was 0 punches. I was sat there going like trying to avoid all these punches. Yeah. No, but it opened my eyes as well to how much stuff I want actually doing.
Yeah, of course.
They said going on the front foot forward. I can see the difference now with the tech because of how much I'm using my thing to go forward. And it's a shame that boxing's got such it's so tight and different things like that with the tech because it really does help. It
does, and not just in terms of this tech, but I can speak for tech in other senses like heart rate monitors.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of these things called...
Is the heart rate monitors them things that go around you there?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of people with them.
I mean, you have Apple Watches now and things like that, which are beneficial, but there's also something called Blaze Pods, little black boxers use them, little pods, like they come up different colours and you can plank in it, reaction time or like agility stuff. And like these, they tell you what you've done over time, how many hits, how slow you was. And with equipment like this, and tech like this, like that's how you tune the fine lines and actually get better.
That's the one, isn't it?
So you can only improve.
If technology's done right, you're not getting a better result. Speaking about the apps and stuff, like going on to the apps about the I was going to say to you the other day, why wouldn't you speak to Jerry about doing like a fitness class on one of the apps?
I would love to, whether that's... But I suppose I would have to be here.
Yeah, I don't know where he does it, but he showed me a video before. Bro, it's like... They do these. You've seen the classes, aren't you, online that they do? And I just thought, wow, I could do that. Like, not I could do that. It's easier, but like I could do that.
No, but you could because you know boxing. You know how
this
to
is what
drill
I'm saying.
people. And
I think there's a proper like you see these old trainers like, oh, that's not right, and what's he doing that for? And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get this person fit.
Yeah, that's
it.
it.
I'm just trying to teach this person the job.
It's good that you do that. And again, going back to how I do it in the gym, sometimes people will be doing things a little bit wrong. But the fact that they're doing it and they're consistent, you can always tune it in the end. Not that it's going to injure him. If it's injuring him, you do it there and then. Yeah, like when you're keeping people fit, you're doing a lot for them.
And I get a sense of pride out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, when I see some of the young lads in the gym, what I've got them doing and where I've got them going, and I feel like, that's a sense of pride that you don't really get. But some of the things that I was watching, like when Paulino, and I think I only know Paulino and Marvin. I don't know the names of any of them. I don't think Ash has done anything online. But I know that you know Paulina, don't you? She's literally like proper like, come on guys, let's get these knees up. And I'm thinking like, oh my God.
But that type of vibe creates the energy.
Yeah.
It's like listening to music when you work out, like your music.
Do you consider that is a debate? Do you consider that cheating?
No, but I will say that if you can do it by yourself and no music or anything, like I mentioned, David Goggins.
Literally, that's
the kind of mindset he's in.
Yeah.
Again, like when you're in the ring, you got no music, you just got yourself.
I think I'd have to run with hate. I think I'd have to hate someone that
Is
I'd
that
really want to
beatboxing?
beat. What?
You're beatboxing to yourself?
You know what, bro? It's not even like when I always say on a cold Tuesday night in the middle of winter, and you've got to get your gloves on and you've got to go for a run. I'm gonna love this summer because I've lost weight. I can actually get my top off and go for
exactly.
a run. I'm dead excited for it.
That's it. There's no better feeling.
I'm proper into my Vikings and going Norway in April, and I want to do like some next level like snowy topless runs and just
go for it.
Oh, bro, it's sick, bro. If you ever think about it, right, who would you rather fight, right? Let's say, would you rather fight me if I was training in the summer?
Okay.
Red Dot, let's say I got some sick gym in LA.
We're creating a Rocky scene here.
We're creating a Rocky scene here. Would you rather fight me if I was training with the same trainers in a sunny gym? I was going out, I had these like protein cocktail shakes and they were next level, they were dead nice. Or would you rather fight me when I was wearing a proper woolly coat and I was training on knuckles on a branch and pull-ups on a tree?
You've already painted the picture, so yeah, definitely not the...
Eating like, don't even know, like a rat. Something weird like that just in the snow. Or a fox's head. Yeah. Oh, bro. But then you think about like, when you see like, Mayweather or some of these guys that are in these hot countries, who can I say? Lara. Have you ever seen Lara's? Mm-hmm. He's another one that's like, I mean, obviously...
It's down to preference as well. Like, I hate cold. I prefer to train in the heat.
I hate it, but I think it's because a lot of people hate it that I like it.
Maybe.
It's a place I need to go.
Maybe. And to be honest, when you're running out in the cold and then you get warm and everything, there's no wrong with it. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I feel like in the summer though as well, like there's so... It's like in the summer you get a lot of people that go, I'm not against going out and drinking, I'm not against it at all, but it's a waste.
It's a waste.
Enjoy it. Whether that's because like I am always the one that leaves early when I've give going out to town so many chances.
Yeah.
And it's just not for me, Liam. It's just not for me.
No more gym bags going out in shorts.
I just hate it because you can't hear anyone. Are you going to do it in Martina?
Yeah.
You can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
You cannot hear a thing.
What?
That's literally what it's like. And you people are trying to have a conversation with you and you're polite and you're like, yeah. And they're like, so you do? And you go, wait, what was the question? You don't even know what you've agreed to. And you're like, well, all right. And then you're like, no, not even listening. I just hate it, man. I hate it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's not. And especially when I'm one of them people, like, the laughs I have in the gym, not even in the gym, on a walk, going to like, let's go and look at a bear or just something weird. You know, let's go and build the Millennium Falcon or something weird. Like, don't want to go to, don't know. I just think it's become like a...
Well, that's mindset. And the people you surround yourself with and what you want.
Like I say to some of like my mates all the time, like, well, I'm just going out for a drink. And I'm like, why? You do it every week. Does it not get boring? It mustn't get boring.
In a sense as well, like, even City, United and teams that they follow, I feel like, okay, enjoy it, but some people are so far invested with it that it takes over their life. Like, why are you getting so pissed off at the team?
Yeah.
What did they do for you in the long term?
I've always said United's never... I love United, but I mean, I don't love them. I mean, I support United, but they've never put like anything on my dinner plate.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? If they ever give me a free ticket...
So if anything now, more stress?
Yeah, more... I'm not even having this conversation with you, Liam, because you're not going to like what I'm about to say. I'm one of them. If United don't win, I won't mind City winning, because if City win the Champions League, Manchester is still the best team. Yeah. And I live closer to City than you. So I can then say I'm better than you at football because I live to players that are better in football than you. So does that not make me better, really? I'm getting the energy from the stadium.
I'm closer to the centre of the ring, so therefore...
You're closer to United as well. Are you actually closer to United?
I think you're closer to both.
Where do you live?
Reddish. Maybe I'm a little bit closer.
Yeah, and I think you're a bit closer to Old Trafford. I always feel like all United fans are near the City ground, and all the City fans
to be honest,
near your ground.
There's a lot more United fans than there is City fans. It just is what it is. Yeah. 100%.
Is that I don't know.
That's definitely factual. I can't say if it's specifically in Manchester.
What about now though?
Yeah, definitely still more United fans
that,
around the world.
But is that because of like the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and
I'd
stuff
say so.
Because Cristiano Ronaldo's big.
So.
There's just CR. There's just,
you know how
just
much
Cristiano
his
Ronaldo
Instagram would have popped off if Ronaldo actually went
where?
When he was supposed to go to City, and then you came in for him again.
Yeah. I just think
they would have got a lot more fans. Well, Ronaldo would have gave City fans.
Yeah.
More followers.
Yeah, it'd have been horrible that. It'd have been a dark day. I reckon the moon would have gone like blue or like red. It would have been like a blood red moon or something weird. Did you ever see that picture of Neymar and Ronaldo squaring off in the boxing ring?
No.
Yeah, he had some square up and I was like, right, that's proper awkward. Because you know they're both thinking like, I reckon I could lever you.
Yeah, Ronaldo's got that all day.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, and Neymar.
Yeah, but has he though? Ronaldo's never. When have you ever seen Ramos? Is always backing Ronaldo.
Oh, Ramos.
No, I mean like whenever it goes. I mean to be fair, right? So if it goes off, Neymar's always in your face. To be fair, like a little annoying lad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But then Ronaldo's always.
Cynic.
Yeah, definitely you'd get squashed in a hot sec. But do you actually, is that what you think Ronaldo would do, Neymar?
I'd say so, but then again, I'm basing it on what I know Ronaldo does for himself. I don't know what Neymar does.
I don't see him training as much as Ronaldo.
There you go.
He's actually like 40. He's like 4% body fat or something.
Yeah, that's it. The only way I'd be able to take you in a fight is by making it go on longer and longer and longer and longer. Because you're by far a better boxer. Hopefully you'll get tired. Me?
Yeah. Not far, bro. You need to get out your head there. It's a big like skills gap. The only thing that's difference between me and you is that I do it every day.
I suppose.
That's the only thing. People say all the time like, oh, you're really good at that. It's just because I do it all the time. But it's at the point now where it's getting like in my head now where I'm like, oh, Liam, it's like if I miss a day, I feel like a cabbage.
But don't always think that, and that goes for everyone as well. You have 2 weeks on. Don't be afraid to have like a day 2 off. You need that recovery.
Yeah.
You know, especially with boxing, it's one of the most intense things I've ever done. And you go to MMA and all of this stuff, which is probably more intense because you've got kicks going in there and everything.
That's growing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's going to be like.
Yeah.
I think people need to really stop, like, especially boxing fans. I think they really need to stop shitting on it.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's not just these guys getting in fighting anymore. Like they're actually getting skilled and they're fit and they're on it in like different sort of types of grappling or whatever it is. There's actually levels now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's actually levels. Do you know what I mean? In UFC, but again, it's got. I feel like it's got too many clowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but boxing, I mean, to be fair, I can't say that.
Boxing has loads of them. I don't understand. I hate the fact that it's so easy for like a celebrity to come in and Watson and get a fight against someone that's such a high level, like Mayweather versus.
It's ticket sales, isn't it? It's all down to ticket sales.
It's a bit of a joke.
That's
what shits on the sport.
Yeah, that's what shits on. But and this is what I mean. It's money that shits on the sport now.
Yeah, it is.
It's like I think
football too.
This is the thing. You've got you know. What was it now? What was it the other day? It's like end of the year. I heard something the other day. I think I got padded about it. I can't remember what it was, but it's like Khabib. Khabib is the definite. People say all the time, who's he fought? And I think a bear. Like he's still pretty good. Like who has he fought? Like but it's how he mauls people.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's done this, he's done that. Well, I think look at it like this. He smashed McGregor, and I mean he smashed McGregor, and McGregor was smashing everyone at the time. I don't think there's a fighter in that weight division that's beating Khabib, and people who put that sort of work in and
like who is I watching? Is it there's a boxer? I forgot his name. Begins with B. He's like Russian or somewhere along those lines.
Is he just fought?
Recently, I think so.
Like literally recently.
I think so. I'll have to. He's like
What's it look like?
Beritov, something like that.
What's it look like?
White, a bit like Khabib, but boxing version.
Oh, yeah, he just fought Yard.
Yes.
He just fought Yard.
Yes, yeah. And he's doing these things like literally push-ups. No way you jump and your feet come off the floor too, but it's not just push-ups. It's like wrist,
knuckles,
bam, bam, But like, I'm
just strengthening stuff that you never thought you could even strengthen.
Yeah, and you look at this workout some other people do, and it makes you feel like, whoa, I didn't.
It's like, what is that? What is that creature doing that?
Exactly, like you mentioned before about running in the snow with chains or whatever, and then that just creates.
It creates a mindset. It's like soldiers, like people.
David Goggins, literally, we spoke about him quite a lot, but he's
military soldier. It's like how is that possible? And then you
think with that as well, because he's so focused and determined in what he does. If you listen to him speak, I mean, I know he's great and everything, but does he sound happy?
No, he doesn't.
He's swearing a lot. That's what means. This what you have to find balance.
Balance.
You do.
It's all about balance. Isn't it?
It is. It's all about balance.
When I see him cry at the thing, like I feel like, but at the same time, you heard why he's done what he's done, why he is the way he is. Yeah. Like when you talk about where he come from in school and that. When I listened to that bit of podcast, and I was like, no wonder he's angry.
Of course.
If you switch that anger, like there was like 5 different ways or 10 that story of him could have gone.
Yeah.
I had a guy on here the other day called Hamid Khalifa. A really good friend of mine, 5-0 boxer, and I mean, how highly he'll tell you when that when that episode comes out, watch it. His story, bro, was next level.
Yeah.
Liam, it was next level. Like I just did not expect it. He went to Libya.
David Goggins.
No. Listen, H, who was on this podcast the other day, last week, went to Libya when he was 11, and then a war started, and he couldn't get back, and he was on the streets. That's the when you get people like that, it's like, who can't he beat?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who's been in that mindset? When you say like boxing's a mind, who's been in this? Doesn't scare him.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's been, this done like this is a warm ring. Mm-hmm. This is a nice warm ring.
Yeah.
And he's where he's. I think.
Yeah, of course.
I think about these Dagestan guys, like Khabib's guys that are coming over, and they've been in mountains,
exactly.
And it's like you can't.
That's some of the things we don't see. Not sorry to talk about something that's a bit more, I suppose, make the situation a little bit sadder. Just bringing Ukraine into it, but if you think of some of them and what they've been through.
Yeah.
Like Lomachenko, he's from Ukraine, isn't it?
Lomachenko and Usyk.
There you go. So they'll just carry that into fights.
It's like when he fights, I don't know how heavy he was in the war, Usyk, but I know that the Klitschko brothers are there, like, where the bombs are going off. Yeah. I know that, I've seen that.
Yeah.
What type of fighter is he going to come in as now? Been to war? I don't know if I've seen it. I mean, he's said it. I'm not saying he's not, I'm not saying he has. But if he has, now Tyson Fury is fighting someone different. Again, it is boxing. If you're good at boxing, you're good at boxing. The key is to be better than him. That's the key. Be better than that person on the other side of the ring and you win.
Yeah.
But now you're dealing with someone that the crowd, I don't think a crowd really, is it bothering him, a crowd, now he's been to war?
I think he's got to that point, regardless of going to war, like, would the crowd really... Yeah. He showed.
Speaking of crowd and stuff like that, I hate, but you got to talk about it. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, February. I don't know when it is, February something.
These fights do my head in again. Yeah, but he's a professional now, isn't he? He's Jake Paul. Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Even then, Tommy Fury. I look at him sometimes. I think, oh, you're done with yourself. Like, you can't, for a boxer in his prime or whatever, as long as you're supposed to go into Love Island. What are you doing that for? Don't care if you found someone from it.
Yeah.
Professional athlete, you won't get Muhammad Ali or any of these people doing that.
This is the thing.
When you said to me, because I took so long after my fight to come back here, I think it was like 3 months or something, and he said, imagine how good you would have been if you carried on. And it's the same still to this day. My levels dropped, his levels, and what everyone else is doing. You take 2 months off and someone's doing 2 months more.
Yeah. Well, I said that to you before I got Instagram, and then when I got Instagram and I seen how much you were doing, I was like, all right. I was like, that makes sense. Why it's not me coming. He was winding me up. I was saying to him, he's really good. He was actually really good, and he stopped. And he's like, Rafe, bro, like, check his Instagram thing, and I was like, oh right, he's actually like 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you get a bit of time to put a bit of pasta in your mouth.
Literally a bit. Do you mind if I finish it? To be honest, fortunately, they let me. My guys that I train with let me take it out with me.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Are you on a strict diet?
When I was at my best, or when I was boxing, I won't say strict diet, but I'd eat healthy. If I was hungry, I'd eat. I know my body. I'd done it long enough in university when I was tracking calories to know exactly what I need, when I need it, and what type of food I need. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, it's the type of food you have that'll make you perform a little better, that will help your recovery better, make you grow better and look better, and feel better.
Yeah, my cabbage water.
Cabbage water, Mitchell with your spinach water. What the heck was that?
He's weird, though, innit? He's just a beat-at me. When I say I had the hardcore. My dad came in my room once, right, and this is how it started.
Spinach water.
No, it came with cabbage heart, the middle of a cabbage. I don't want to eat it. He went, yeah, but trust me, eat it. So I went, right, I trust you, Father. And I was like, it's not that bad. It wasn't. It's nasty to say, probably. It wasn't that bad.
Well, that's the first time you had a cabbage?
It was the first time I had a cabbage heart, the heart of a cabbage.
What did that do?
It just the next day I was just like,
cabbage.
I just felt I just felt like stronger, full of iron. And
right, you know what? And that's a thing as well, right? It's like when, like with pharmacies, you don't know whether it's a placebo effect where there's actually something in that tablet or not, but you'll tell yourself there is, and paracetamol will make you feel better, or like the cabbage makes you feel a bit better.
Have you put your Jamaican spice on some foods?
Yes.
Is that what you've done?
That's what I've done.
And how is that? I think you could do it. Keep that up. Or is it like, oh no, that spice is like really giving me like heart disease.
In what spice? Determine spice.
Like, okay, so jerk chicken, and you make a nice banging jerk sauce. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just mega.
Are you asking me this in terms of would I have it or in a diet?
For me, being as British as they come, like.
Okay, you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't put that on there.
I would. It's just depending on how long I'd want to sit on the toilet.
Oh, nah, to be honest, I'm alright with it. I love spice. Sometimes I love it to a point where, like, why have I just had that? And it burns my mouth. When I used to work at Nando's, hot sauce, extra hot. Extra hot's too much, that's just ruining your food. Well, hot sauce, yeah.
Does it ruin it? Can you handle a proper spice? I
had it. I had 2 pints of milk and it was still hot.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, I don't understand how people eat just stupid hot food.
No, I don't.
How do you do it? How do you do that?
Just immune to it.
I had me first for a full year. For like 6 months. I haven't had any fizzy drinks. I strictly do not.
You feel better for it?
Oh, mate, 10 times better. And my girlfriend does the litter picking at City, and she says, that's not a full-time job. She works for a cadent job, and she does that on the weekends. And she says, so they give me some chips and chicken, and they give me a couple Sprites. I said, right, this is good, because now I was in bed, I was chilling, perfect time, I necked a full pint. First I was like, oh, this is mega. And I was like, oh my God. I felt it, and I was speaking to Tyler about it not long ago, and he said he think it's like something, it's so close to like actual stomach acid, sugary drinks. And I'm like, what? And I looked up and I was like, yo, it is. It's like that cheese, plastic, you call it plastic cheese. It's one molecule from being plastic.
Is it actually?
It's one molecule from being plastic.
Wow.
How horrible is that?
Do you
know what I mean? So I start scanning this, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting, and people don't know. But then you slam that on a
There's
toaster.
a lot of things people don't know, man. Even cereal that gets put on adverts these days.
What's the worst cereal? What do you know about the foods where you can openly, honestly say, don't eat that, stop eating that?
Oh,
it's obviously Macca's. Macca's is on there.
We could say a lot about KFC, the fried chicken. A lot of people think because it's chicken, it's good. No, the fried chicken is actually very unhealthy. But it's what they're cooked in, like oil. Like 1 cup of oil could be over like 600 calories, close to 1,000. Like it can be bad. Like things like burgers, pizzas, chips. Take the CF chips. What do you get?
Pardon?
Take the CF chips. What do you get? Hips. That's what I'm saying. That's not me saying that they're so bad, but like for me it's easy because I enjoy eating healthy.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. But
what have you seen the picture of the chickens that KFC use?
Go on.
They're like fat steroids.
Really?
Oh, bro, the ball.
And that's what
they don't move. They don't move. They sit in these like cupboards. And I think they like inject. This is what I've seen on the internet.
It's my turn.
And yeah. Where's Jerry next door? Oh, he got him, didn't
they? Yeah, I do.
Claw got him.
Yeah, I do.
And they're like these fat, bald, like, this is bad. Like, you know, Curtis was telling me not long ago, he said, when you go to Jamaica, bro, he said, it's not like 5-star Michelin restaurants. I said, what do you mean? He went, it's just stalls with people with nets. They'll catch food and bring it to you. Oh my God, I said, I can't. We're going not next year, the year after, with me and Curtis and my missus. And I'm just like, oh, mate, that's just power. He sends me pictures of just like garlic lobsters that's just not like...
You'd be surprised, when I went to Barbados, the fruit out there is so much more fresher. Everything in here seems to be like man-made and stuff like that, but yeah, a lot more fresher.
Yeah.
Especially in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Did you, so going back to, while we're on food, because before I end up going off on one, how was it eating? Did you have to frequently eat something that you found, eating this type of thing helps me more when I'm sparring, helps me more with boxing?
Yeah.
With boxing, no.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. So oats, milk.
I need to start eating oats.
Oh, you can have oats with water, to be honest, but it's not as nice.
I feel like, again, because I don't know if I've put this in the same category, but I feel like it's a dessert.
No, it's technically as cereal I'd like to say, but I see it as a snack.
I hate cereal as well.
Maybe cereal.
Maybe cereal.
No, but yeah, things like oats, bananas, pomegranate
Pomegranate
blueberries.
seeds.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's best friend got some the other day, and I was like, "What is that?" And I thought it was like dead spider.
Nah, man, they just boost your energy, like natural sugars that you're going to use. It's when you don't use them that them sugars in general turn to fat.
Yeah, I've been Costco.
Yes.
Heaven on it. I'd never been before, and I went the other day for the first time. I was like, "What is this?"
Wow.
And bro, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
I never knew that you could buy buffets.
What do you mean?
You can, bro, you can buy the pastas that, you know, when you go in, you think, oh, look at all this buffet, I wonder I've done that.
Yeah.
You go to Costco.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
I never knew that. I never knew that. And then we got a pizza. It's going to sound really bad, this. I said, can I have a family-sized pizza?
You just spent all this time talking.
They must have, what do you mean?
And then you said to me you had a pizza.
No, yeah. How can I complain? Let the people know now that I
people know.
And it wasn't even like I asked for a family
Brave
pizza.
Boxing had a pizza.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like when I said a family pizza, they must have thought I had a family of 50. Because it was a family pizza, not like, you know, a 12, it was like 18 inch.
I love these things. Oh yeah.
It was huge, and I asked for chicken. They must have put like a whole chicken just on the pizza, and I was like, it's a lot, this. And then I went home and I had to go on a run because my mum had ordered Chinese because it was a birthday.
Okay.
So now I'm like, I had to put a bit of David Goggins in me. Because bro, it was just food will be my word.
But at the same time, whilst we're having all this talk about unhealthy, you have to enjoy it. That's what it's.
Yeah,
I enjoy
eating
healthy.
Yeah.
Enjoy, like, have things in moderation. You have
Yeah,
to. You can't
definitely.
always,
You know the Brits biscuits?
Yes.
Brits biscuits with any hummus.
Hummus is nice.
Guacamole.
No.
Do you not like guacamole? You're sick in the head if you don't like guacamole. Guacamole. I thought you loved guacamole.
No.
It's amazing. Oh god, guacamole is so nice. It's green as well, so you feel like you're eating all right, even though it's probably.
I suppose.
You know what I mean? Eat your greens.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 litre of guacamole. It's stuff like that that really makes me think like, yo, there's so much stuff you can do with food. Because I thought guacamole was just like a plant, but that's wasabi. You know when they rub the wasabi plant
That's
on them.
nasty,
Do you not like wasabi? It tastes like petrol.
yeah. So you like that, yeah?
Not like it, but like I would eat it because like it just makes me feel special rubbing it on the sushi, that one,
Okay.
sushi. Just makes you feel like it's, you know, like the ginger. Have you ever got them little packets?
Never thought about rubbing petrol and sushi. But
No, it's not petrol in sushi, is it? You see what I'm saying? It's just nice, like the way they. Have you ever seen anyone make sushi?
No.
Go on YouTube it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's the first one we're going to
They're
do.
just like boom, and then boom, the sushi done.
Is it?
And it's not have to heat it up.
It's
this
mad,
is
yeah.
the
It's
thing.
wrapped up in something, isn't it?
It's wrapped up in seaweed.
Seaweed.
It sounds horrible. Is that what I've just said?
It is
innit?
nice.
Like,
I have had sushi, but I'm not sure how it's.
where have you been for sushi though? You had fresh sushi.
God knows.
Does it? I don't know. Does it?
Let's ask him.
Wait for an answer. Right,
Yo
listen.
sushi, that's where I've been for it.
Where they come round on the little conveyor belt. I've never been there.
Good.
I feel like as it comes round, someone would grab what I wanted, and it'd be instant. Oh, did they bring them? Did he just keep putting them on?
Slow, yeah. Always come around.
Oh god, it's too much of a risk. I can't take. I can't pay money and sit there.
It's like you know when you're waiting for your suitcase to come round and conveyor belt.
I've never. You know what? I've said it now, Anna, but I'm going away a lot this year, and I've never had the problem of my suitcase getting lost or anything like that. And I pray to God I don't, because it'll just do me head in.
It's long.
Have you had it before?
No, not really, but you can just imagine it being like, can't you?
My neighbours come out of the house the other day, they were going Barbados, and they were in the air flying apparently, and the plane turned around and come home, and then like 4 hours later they were back at the house. I went, Barbara, but I heard Barbara and Gary go out, so hearing someone go in their house, I was like,
and the box of me, what?
Yeah. And I went, hello? And she went, oh, Rafe, it's just us. We were on the plane flying and they had to turn around because of problems.
Are you scared of flying?
I was. It's when you feel it come off the ground.
Do
you know what I mean?
Like, I'm always like that, me looking at the wing, thinking it's...
You know, when it's
I know, man, what's the point in that?
I always feel like I'm going to see like some, you know, when you see the films, like someone ripping it, like a man like breaking the things. This will be all there talking about planes and stuff. But I think it's time for the 2-punch challenge, the 30-second 2-punch straight challenge.
Let's do this, talk me through it.
Are you ready? So basically, you've got big shoes to fill, because obviously the first person to do it was H. It was a 5-0 amateur. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to get the iPad set up and get the trackers set up.
Is this like your fire in the booth?
Yeah.
I put you onto something now, I know.
No. Basically, we put it on. You've got to do straight punches for 30 seconds. Okay. So
as quick as I can.
It's going to be logged, by the way. Right. So in 40 podcasts later, you could potentially still be the top guy. This is... Now, just let me explain something to you before. The speed doesn't matter. The speed doesn't matter. Okay. But the speed does matter. The power does matter. It all matters. But just don't focus on one thing. Right. It all has to be one. Because if you do so much power, they're going to go down as KO points. Yeah. But they're not going to like... Whereas if you put it all together, it could be better. That's just my advice. Okay. The only tips I'm giving you. So, are you ready? Are you ready to...
Yeah, we're ready, man. I've got you in my corner.
I've got you in my corner. Don't want to throw out the pun from you.
No.
So, 3, 2, 1, go. Keep going. You've got 30 seconds to do it, keep going. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going. Get slow. 10 seconds here, go, push it now, push it. Keep going faster now, that's it, keep going. Time. Yes. Right, so this one, right, are you watching? We got 314, a workout rate, 314 punches, the KO point was 690. That wasn't too bad. So let's let the camera see that. Not too bad there from Imperial LG Fitness. You like to see it? Liam the Juggernaut Grandin, we love it. Right, but Liam, seriously, bro, thank you for coming on the podcast. Yeah, man, definitely.